Hi, I'm Yolanda, and welcome to another episode of 20 Reasons to Move Your Body Every Day for More Health and Vibrance. Today, I want to talk about avoiding injury. So, moving your body every day in different ways really helps to avoid injury, especially as we get into our 70s, 80s, and 90s. And that's for a few reasons. One is that you become more flexible. You stay nice and limber. All those joints can move in a lot of different ways. The other is that you have more strength in your bones, as I talked about in an earlier video. And the other reason is that we have a better sense of proprioception as we move our bodies more. And proprioception is your sense of your body in space, like the fact that with your eyes closed, you can find your nose, okay, or the top of your head. The more you do those things, the more practice you have at doing those things, the better your body is at doing them. So, of course, the more we move our bodies, the better our body adapts to its relationship in space and its relationship to the ground and to gravity. And, of course, as we get older, slips and falls and trips can become more common. And everybody slips, falls, and trips sometimes. But the key is how quickly can you catch yourself? And the other day I had a client ask me, why should he do his hip exercises, the ones that I'm trying to get him to do every day? And I explained to him that the hip joint is a ball and socket joint. Now, when we're born, it can do all kinds of movements. It's meant to roll around in all different directions, right? Now, as we grow up and get older, we tend to only ask one thing of those hips generally, especially if we only sit on chairs. We stand up and then we sit down, and we stand up and then we sit down. We're not moving that joint in all different directions anymore. And then we lose the flexibility in those different directions. So muscles tighten down, ligaments tighten down, everything is just is only geared for doing a certain type of movement. Now, when he's walking down the street or he's walking on ice or snow, for example, and he slips, he might have to catch himself by doing a motion that's not within the normal ranges. So we're taking that joint from doing this to suddenly doing that. And you can see where if it's a tightened down joint, there might be a sprain or a strain or even a fracture happening if he suddenly has to catch himself. And so that's why maintaining the flexibility in all of your joints is so helpful for avoiding injury. So what kind of exercises do I recommend for avoiding injury? Well, basically all of the things that I've mentioned in this series so far, but today I want to talk about standing on one leg. So here I'm using a wobble board to stand on one leg and just practice that. Now just start by doing it on the ground and then work your way up to a wobble board. Wobble boards are easy to find and they're fairly inexpensive, but they add an extra challenge. And if you want a challenge beyond that, start to close your eyes while you go onto one leg and then onto the other leg. The other thing I recommend, and this is really easy to do wherever you are, is going from standing to lying down flat on the ground or on the floor to standing up again. Doing that 3 times every day will already get you stronger and more flexible. And do it in different ways. Like here I'm demonstrating 3 different ways to do it, and there are an infinite number of ways to do this. So be creative and play with it. So my challenge to you for this week is to stand on one leg and just move the other leg around. And then the other challenge is to go from standing to lying down on the floor back to standing again. So that's it for this week, and I look forward to talking about more good reasons to move your body every day next week. Bye-bye.